Hello guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video, and today I have created this simple card rotating effect in Unreal Engine 5, and this effect is actually taken from here, the reference from the CGHOW. This is the site where it was uploaded, this GIF. So I just created this effect in Unreal Engine 5. So let's start this tutorial. First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So let's start this. So I have this empty Unreal Engine 5 project, and quickly I will add some folders here like texture and material, mesh and FX. Okay, and I'll take a new project, new level, and for the scaling I'll just add this third person for the mannequin, and in this I have this mannequin character, so I can place it here, or you can just take the mannequin animation from here, this idle one. So I'll have this scaling, how big I have to make this effect. Okay, now from starting, first I need a texture and mesh. So in Maya, because in this effect I have these three planes, let me just right click here and take this GIF separately so I can check the per frame. Okay, so these are the three, and to place this way or to rotate, there's two way. One, you can place it in particles and manually on Torus or anything, or one thing is you can take just one planar, and I'll rotate this 90, and let's increase the height maybe 2. And now what you can do, if I just scale this bigger, if I move this face from the center, so the pivot will be here, and if I rotate, it will rotate from the center, and I can also duplicate it from here. So this is the second way to do this. So I will just use this. This is the easiest way to do, and UVs are straight, so I'll just freeze this and export this desktop planar 1. Okay, and I'll import this here in my mesh folder. Oops, delete. Import from desktop planar, and without texture, let's just place this planar, so then we will apply the texture. So in FX folder I will create this fountain FX, and this is my card, and I'll use this mesh, this planar in here. So I'll take the mesh renderer and use this mesh, and it has this Lambert material, so let's make it M card. This is card material, and I'll move it to the material folder. And one more thing I'll do for now, make it two-sided. Okay, now I have this planar, two-sided planar. I don't need these things, and I'll just make it, this is loop 2. Let's make the life also 2, and use the spawn burst. Now 3 particles because I need 3, and this is now overlapping. And if I take the initial mesh rotation and rotate this, it is rotating, but if I randomize this, now it is randomized, but sometime it will overlap because this is random thing. So what I'll do, I'll break this and multiply this with execution ID, so it will distribute equally. Okay, and every time it will distribute like this. So now I have 3, and if I scale this, it will make this bigger obviously. So I now place this here on 0, and also this character will be on 0. Let's make this here, and my fx now is very smaller, and also the center point, I want this to be down, although in here you can change the center point offset, pivot offset, so I will do that. So let's make it 20, 10. So now this is going up, and now I can increase the size to like 10. Now it covered the character, and let me check my GIF. So yeah, these cards are bigger than character, still more bigger, like 12, and the space also should be little bit higher. So I'll open the Maya and quickly move this little bit more, and I'll just export this again, replace, and just re-import this mesh. So now you have this, and these are rotating, so I'll just add update mesh and 1, and now these are rotating. And if you want to slow it down, you can slow. Okay, 0.5 I think. So now I have cards that are rotating, but I don't have material of these cards. So let me save the map. Okay, and I'll now quickly make the texture. So I'll take 204, 204, and black, and first I'll take this rounded corner shape. Okay, and let's make this black and rasterize this, and now I can right click on this and make the blend shape and use the stroke white color. So now I can decide how thick border I want, and control T, and not control T, control H and control T, and to place it into the center. So I have this border like my GIF, and it has something in center, the circular thing. So you can make random pattern, anything that you want. Let me check. Okay, we don't have something good, so I'll just create a new layer. I'll turn this off, control H, and I'll take the brush and smooth, and I'll take this dual axis thing, and in brush 100% opacity, and this, and also the hardness 100%, and I'll make the random effect. Okay, what else I can do? So I think this is enough, and a slightly thicker brush I will take, and I think no, not this. like this. Okay, this is, I think this is it. It looks nice pretty much. So that's it. I'll just turn on my this thing, and this should be a smaller, and place it here. And also need to create something here, so I will again take this brush, and this time I'll take just this vertical and just make some effect and make the little bit, not this one. No, I can make this. I'm doing it very random. You can make anything what you want. Okay, this is enough, I think. So I have this something that is my card, and I'll just save it. Actually my photo has some issue, it will not save on desktop, so I'm saving on D drive, and this is my T card and targa, save, and I quickly import it in my texture folder from D drive, this card. And I had this material of cards, so I'll just drag this texture in this and make this translucent, and take the particle color, connect it in emissive, and take the alpha from here, connect it here. So now I have this card. Okay, so I got the card, but this is rotated, so I need to rotate my texture. So I will take custom rotator and then connect it here, U, and this is the center, 0.5, and I just want to rotate it 90 degree, that means 0.25. Still some issue, so let me check in Maya the UVs. Okay, UV has some issue, and I will just normalize this. And one more thing I will do, these vertex should be these, so I will just rotate this UV 90 degree. Okay, and then I will not have to do anything in material, so I'll just export this again on my planer and re-import my mesh, and in material I don't need this now. And this is rotating very fast, so let's make it 0.2 and increase the color. Okay, so we have now this card, but there is some it's spawning again and again because I reduced the rotation rate by 5 times. So I will just increase the life to 10, and this is also 10, so it will now just lookable. And let's quickly make this map little bit good looking, so I don't need this. And in material I will make a M floor and take a dark color, dark gray, and I don't need metallic or specular in my ground, just the flat color. And I'll apply this here, and I need exponent fog also 0.2, and also I need here post process, and in post process I will make this infinite. You need to just type infinite here, and then in exposure I will use the manual exposure, maybe 10. So now this is pretty much looking good, and let's just rotate the lights. Okay, now the light is also rotated, and I will create a directional light. Oops, sorry, a directional light, and I can increase or decrease. What is happening? Okay, this direction light has different setting. Okay, this much, maybe 1. So now I have this character visible pretty much good with these card, and let's save this. So what we left now, we have to add this glow on the ground, and then these magical rings on the ground and some particles going up. So first I need to make the glow, so make a material M radial and particle color, make this translucent, unlit and two-sided, and multiply the alpha with radial exponential, and make the density little lower, 0.5, so it will be softer. You can see this soft, and in my FX I'll just duplicate this, and this will be my ground glow. Oops, the spelling mistake. Ground glow, and instead of this mesh I will take the sprite and use the radial material, and in I don't need this and this, I need spawn rate, and this should be infinite, and let's say I'll take 10, and this should be not camera, this should not be camera aligned, this should be ground facing. So I'll use this custom alignment, custom facing vector, and then I will take align sprite to mesh, and it's now facing the ground. And I'll also take the scale color curve from 0 to 0, 0.3 it's 1, and 1 it's again 0, so it's fading in and fading out. And then scale sprite, float and curve, and it is scaling from 0 to 1, and I'll just make this curve little smoother and make this little softer, maybe 2, and this 100, maybe 500 and 200. So if I play, this is like this, and make the life random like 3 and 0.5, so it will be like this, and need to just move it little bit higher from the ground. Okay, and also little softer, so I'll make this hue, make this little reddish, .51, so it is like this. Still need to make this 1 maybe, and alpha maybe 0.6, 0.2, so it is softer now. Okay, Now we need these rings, distorted rings, and to create that I have noise texture, I think, in my D drive. Let's try to search. Okay, I have these noise texture, so I'll take this blur one, and this is very simple. Need to just take in here, just take this cloud and just make it blur. Okay, so you can make this noise, but I have already, so I'm using this. But I need some rings, so to make the rings in Photoshop, I'll merge these all layer, make it black, and take a circle and fill the color whatever, and now right click and stroke. Now you can decide how much you want, and control H, control T, control T, and you can just place this in center, and I'll just make it softer by using Gaussian blur. I don't need this much is enough, I think. So I'll use this ring. I'll just save this in my D drive, D T ring 01. I have already, so let's replace this one. Oops, I just saved it PNG. It's okay, I saved it as PNG. I'll just import this here. This ring, save, and in material I will make a, I'll just duplicate this radial and call it M ring, and in this material I need this noise texture and this ring. So instead of this radial, I will distort this ring. So if I take a texture coordinate and not this planar, and add this noise on this ring, it will distort this noise, you can see. So if I multiply this noise before adding it to the UVs of ring, I can control how much distortion I need. Okay, and also the tiling, so I will just make a parameter of this. So I will make a dynamic parameter, and this is my tiling of noise and this is my distortion. So tile and distort, save this, browse this, and in FX I'll duplicate this ground glow and make it ground rings, and these rings are scaling down, not scaling up but scaling down. Okay, so in this one I will just replace this material and use the dynamic parameter, and tiling I would use random, maybe from 0.5 to 2, and distort, let me check, 0.5, yeah, so I will randomize this also, 0.1 to 0.5, or you can distort to 0.8, 0.7, 0.3. So it's up to you, you can do whatever you want with this. 0.5 is enough, and I'll scale it down, so make it 1 and 0. These are scaling down, although some are distorted too much, so let's control this by 0.4, 0.2, and also this will be like this, and this is too big, so I'll make this. And one more thing, this ring is very thick, I need thinner rings, so I will just power it, and this will be my thickness of ring. Okay, save this, and here if you'll see, if I make this thickness 1 and if I increase this will be thicker, so I'll use it from 1 to 3, 1 to 3, so it will be random. And now I can turn this whole on, and some sprite, distorted sprite, are going up, so for that I will duplicate this ring again, and this will be my maybe energy, and instead of this ring I'll take the radial exponential, and I'll use this in this UV, and this will go here. Okay, and save this. So now I'll duplicate this again, and this will be my energy, and in this change the material energy, and I don't need to use custom alignment, and I will use this same. I don't need this now for now, and I need first I need cylinder location, and I'll use maybe 100 for now particles, and increase. And if I use this distortion, this is distorted too much, and I need to stretch these particles on velocity, so I'll use alignment to velocity and take the velocity here, randomize this 100 to 100 for now. I will increase that later, and decrease the size 50, 20, 50, 100, and if I'll play, these are going up, but these are so much, I need just 50, and should be glowy, so maybe I'll use 10 here, and still I need to stretch them. Spawn rate should be like 10, and velocity maybe 500, 300, and I'll decrease the life, still 0.5, 0.3, and maybe I'll just change the curve. And you can also use this depth fade because they are cutting with the ground. What else we can do in this? So all the elements almost are there, but now we can add from our side. So like I can add some small particles that are burning, so I'll just duplicate this, and in this one I will use higher intensity, maybe 150, and smaller like 10, 50, 60, 100, and still make it 0.1 and 2. Okay, so I have now some thinner, and also you can add something on ground, so I can again duplicate this, And in this one, instead of these two, I will take torus location, and I will use velocity from point, and I'll make this GPU particle, because I'm going to use so many, like 500 or maybe 1000, and decrease the size to 3 and 5 maybe, and I'll use life 2 and 1. Although this is looking good, you can leave this and make one more element, but you can, I'll just add drag, although this is looking nice. Slightly curl noise, $100, yeah, 230. Okay, this is nice. You can use this, but the ring, I think I need to make it smaller. Yeah, not this much. Yeah, now it looks nice, and it is something different. And character has no effect of light, so you can also add light in this one. I'll just add light renderer. Let me isolate this. Light not showing, I'll make it 10 and increase the color to like maybe 100. 100 is too much, maybe 20. 20 is looking nice. Character has impact. Still I can decrease this to 10, so it has slightly effect and it looks cool. And although you can do lots of other things, like save, like if I open this card material, and I'll take this noise texture. So what I can do, I can multiply these together. So if I preview this, I'll have this cutting, and I can power this, so I will have this, and use the pan 5, maybe 1, and then I can multiply it with a higher value, so it will brighten like 100 and like 10, 5. So I have this. Now you can add this. You can first multiply this with your particle color, and then add this on your particle color. So you will have, if I stop this, you will have some glowy thing over this. It's not visible. It's not visible to me also. But why it should be visible? Let's make it 1000 or maybe 10,000 just to check. Yeah, now you can see this glow panning on this, and also panning it here. So this look cool. And now you can, in the card, you can decrease this color to maybe 10, and then glow part will be visible. And still it is not visible properly. Now it will. So full screen, and it looks cool. So that's it. I hope this is you like this tutorial. This is very simple and nice effect that you can create in your game. So That's it for now. I hope you liked, and you can download this project file from my Patreon. Thanks for supporting me there and also on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel CGHOW. Bye bye, take care.